Alright guys, so this is one I've been wanting to knock out for a while. It is the KO of the Sentinel Metamor-Force Dancouga. This is the Beast combination, BC-01 Dancouga. So I've had this for a while, probably a month or two at least now. And I just really haven't gotten around to it. I guess I'm kind of Dancouga out after all of the photography and big review that I did. So here it is right here. Aesthetically, it's pretty 1-1 with the original release. I have 3 of them there in the back just for different comparisons and stuff like that, and not going to do too much like posing or craziness or anything like that. I mainly want to show the differences, the very few that there are, between this and the original release, so you kind of know what you're buying. If you want to go look at the huge breakdown, like 80 picture gallery and stuff like that, it's on my site. It's on my YouTube. By all means, go ahead and look it up. But yeah, I mean, functionally it's the same, so it's a lot of retreading. This is about differences, and yeah. So first off with the figure, I will bring up another. Alright, so we're going to keep the knockoff, the Beast combination, on the right for these comparisons, and the officials on the left. So you can see here he has the black wing attached. And that's one thing I've been getting asked a lot. Can the black wing attach to him? Yes, it absolutely can. Everything about this, there are some differences in the build, but the basic mold is still the same. So this comes out like before. Or does it? Dun dun dun. It should. If not, we have an issue. So maybe it does not. I'm not sure. There we go. I'm like, what? Alright, so that's the adapter right there. And just like the original release. Alright, clips right in. And I like how I had to pull it so hard that his feet came off, which is beautiful. Alright, get those back in. It happens, but you can see it's put together well. Everything's really nice and tight on it. It has updated die-cast joints, but you can see there, boom. Black wing attaches just fine. I don't know why the camera was zoomed in like that. And on the flip side, so if you have the original release, and what I'm doing with this, a friend of mine really wanted to check out the Dancouga mode. So I was like, I've got so many of these originals. I have like probably 6 of these that are just in sealed box. Don't ask, I'm nuts, but he wanted to check it out, so I'm gonna go ahead and send him that one. Just let him have it. But I'm gonna keep the additional parts that come with this for my originals. So one of those original parts is the wings. All right. And again, this is the original. We'll zoom in a little bit here. And both the tops and bottoms of these wings can come out, and if you wanted to go ahead and attach that, you could. But for the sake of this, just showing you this. Alright. So getting everything back as it was. There we go. And we'll get black wing up there. Go ahead and get this clipped in. Alright, so no attachments or anything like that. But you can see just looking at them, they're 1-1. So colors are the same, basic molding is the same, but yeah, we'll raise the camera some. These are the differences that I noticed right away. Okay, so you can see here the elbow joint, die cast on that guy. For whatever reason, on the knockoff, they decided not to completely do the wrist the exact same. So if you look there, he's got that exposed wrist where the original release doesn't. And it looks like this one's a little bit higher. They're just standing differently, so don't pay too much mind to that. They're the exact same size. But wrist is a bit longer. And yeah. So the hands, even though the fingers look to be the same, this one has like black pins though instead of silver. Minor differences, but it looks like you can swap them out and things like that. I haven't tried, but I know they connect differently. So the ball joint hole is different on this one than this one. Again, I don't know why the wrist aren't 1-1 where everything else is, minus just different materials, but yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And that comes from when I pulled them, and see, instantly taller. Alright. So another thing that's die cast on this guy, and this is a huge improvement, these shoulder joints right here and there, they are completely die cast on this guy. So a lot of people complained about shoulder breakages and the like. I, knock on wood, in all of mine, I have not managed to break the shoulder joints yet. So again, knock on wood, I hope it never happens, but it's one of those things where I've seen so many cases of it that there's got to be something to it. And honestly, it could be one of those things to where it's made for a certain kind of handling, but whether it is or isn't, it's a weak point, a $400 toy. Yeah, so it's nice that this under $200 toy has fixed it. Alright, now we've got him next to another official Dancouga, but this one's got the wing booster attached to him. And just aesthetically, minor difference, the gold on Liger is more muted than the one on the official. Hard to see from the cameras, but like the reds on this one are more vibrant than that. And that's only on the top of Mammoth over here, or Moth. Like these bottom reds and stuff like that, these ones on the hip skirts, they're fine. Alright? So the face, again, this is going to be another one I'm sure is hard to see on camera. But if you look at the face on the official, yeah, it's silver, but it's a more matte, muted. And if you look at this guy, it's a lot more chrome looking. So neither is necessarily, well, I like the official better, but this isn't necessarily bad. The eyes on this one, it's hard for me to tell. I think a lot of it's to do with the color, the reds, a bit more, I don't know, deep on the knockoff, the Beast Muscle or Beast Combination. So just the face seems to lose a lot of detail with the way that it's painted, and that goes for both of the faces as compared to the official. And I know with my logo and stuff like that, it's hard to see, so this one can be a little bit, yeah. But that's a big one. And then little things like these guns here, I believe these are actually die cast, those turrets, where these are plastic. And then on the back, his cannon. So this is almost the same, but these parts, again, die cast. Or is it hard plastic? I think this is hard plastic, but more of a gunmetal, where on the official it's all silver. Okay. Now this one does come with a wing booster as well. I will say I do love those die-cast shoulders, so it's really cool stuff. Alright, so getting the wing booster onto the Beast Combination was an SOB. I don't know what it is, something between the wing booster and the Dancouga itself. something's a little bit large somewhere, and it doesn't press as flat against the back as it should, and it's really hard to get these parts clipped underneath the arms. So that's just something to be aware of, where on all of my regular Dancougas, at least the ones that I've opened, regular or official, I have not had that problem at all. That's something that happens a lot with knockoffs. Just little differences in the molding and things like that can lead to some pretty hefty, issues, because when things are meant to fit exactly, and then this is a hair off here or a hair off there. I mean, I got it, but it took a lot of squeezing and compacting and stuff like that, and it's not something that I was really comfortable doing. In fact, I wanted to go ahead and try this onto here, but then I'm like, you know what if something's off about this and then it warps my official wing booster? Nah, I'm cool. So there you go. And the colors of the wing boosters and just general look of them, I mean, they're 1-1. I can't personally tell the difference between either of them. So there you go. It's pretty straightforward stuff. Now, getting those to the back, we'll take a look at the accessories. So you saw he comes with the wing booster, but let's look at the rest, because he comes with some neat exclusive parts. He does not come with a roll of tape. I don't know why that's there. But, of course, he has the wings, which we've went over. Comes with his regular sword, which is 1-1 with the original. I'm trying not to get too many of the accessories over here, because I just don't want to get them mixed up, because what if there is a difference that I'm not noticing or something like that kind of thing. So it's that sword. Then he comes with these two extended swords. One's even powered up, which is really cool. He comes with an extra Eagle Fighter. So what's cool about that, and that's not anything to do with falling over with it being a knockoff or anything, it's really small and hard to stand. But both this and the original, the official, come with extra heads that have alternate faces on them. But this one is a full-on other transformer, where the other one, it's a static head that taps in. So I will say the ball joint's surprisingly tight. Get that back on. It's not really worth editing out, but there we go. But yeah, that's his roaring face again. Same paint differences, really chrome-ish silver and whatnot. But yeah, it's neat that it's a whole separate one, but I actually kind of preferred the static. I don't want to forget, but it does have the separate guns for Eagle Fighter, Moth, Cougar, and Liger. These look just like the official ones. And it comes with this spudger piece. So there's a part in the transformation with Moth's legs where you have to kind of compact them and stuff, and this helps with that. But there you go. Now zoom in on these guys back there. Put one more comparison in combined mode, and we'll start taking a look at the separate modes here too. And just something quick showing off the wings as well as the powered up sword, things like that. It's pretty cool. What you get in this package, especially for the price, is great. I mean, Sentinel, they're releasing Dancouga with black wing as well as the powered up sword, and these wings too, and it's like $500, which is a great price for the official. But I mean, minus the black wing, you're getting almost everything in that package right here for like 180. So, and it's pretty well put together too. Like fitment issues aside, if you could deal with just the differences in like the face and things like that, and even with that, I feel like it's one of those deals to where if you don't have the original, it's not gonna bother you because you won't really know what you're missing, if that makes sense, with like the paint app differences and stuff. So again, here's the so I decided not to do like the animal and vehicle modes on this guy. I want to go over the difference between the individual bots though, and with Moth it's pretty much one the same. If you look at the faces though, zooming in, there's better detailing on the face of the original versus the KO, the Beast combination. Beast combinations are on the right, by the way. The Eagle Fighters. See if I can bring them more towards the center. I should have put them there in the first place. Actually keep them balanced. The Eagle Fighters, honestly, pretty 1-1 stuff. The biggest differences, though, are going to be on Cougar and Liger, right? So, you got these two again. The colors on the original, or the official, they're more bright. A lot more, I guess, flat, even, that kind of thing. Where these ones, a bit more chalky. But look on the shoulders here, okay? So, I will actually bring this guy over here. The official, look at the shoulders, pretty flat and things like that. This one has all kinds of detail and greebling throughout. And on the lower legs here too. And that's not all. So, a big problem with both Cougar and Liger, because they're pretty much just retools of the same body, so when you're pulling the arms out, and of course I can't get it to do it now, but these arms, because you're supposed to extend them, but when you do, at times they come out. Luckily right there, they didn't. I'm more than okay with that. Alright, so that's those arms. And if you look even at the bicep, how you have those little grooves and stuff, this actually has a completely new arm constructed. And it has no issues with the coming out anymore and this and that, because there's a stopper on the inside that keeps it from pulling all the way out and whatnot. And on both Cougar and Liger, these ones have waist swivel, where the originals don't. So huge improvements on Cougar and Liger, like infinitely better. Like they're actual fun figures on the quote-unquote knockoff, where the originals, they're kind of and not going to do all the showing of the waist swivel and stuff like that, but just so you could see. Again, official on the right. Beast combination. On the left, the additional shoulder detailing in the legs. Yeah, and I guess I'll show you why not, but it's just neat. Like, what the heck? And I'll say this is weird, but you could see visibly, I'm looking through the LCD, that the red on the cockpit here is more vibrant than the pink. The pink kind of matches this, but then the pink over here on the Beast combination is more vibrant than that. Same with, it's not necessarily vibrant, but more deep on this, so color variance is there as well. But overall, when it comes to the individual modes between the diecast pieces, of course, on Moth, the improvements on Cougar and Liger, I mean, there's no question that I think the Beast combination is the winner here. Very, very, very clear. But overall, there you go. I mean, you've got the Sentinel Dancouga right now. The prices, they're pretty up there. For Dancouga itself, I think it's like base level $500 or whatever secondary market. Where the Beast combination, it's still around right now. 150 to 180 is what I'm seeing, I believe. Again, I got mine for Show Z store, so you can go ahead and check that. But it's a very, very good quote-unquote knockoff. It comes with original pieces and stuff like that, and honestly, let's be real, it kicked Sentinel in the butt to the point where they were like, you know what, we're gonna one up them. We're gonna KO the KO. So they released their own Dancouga. They're releasing their own in August. Third release of it. So there was the original color, then the real color version, which is like green, and you can check the original review for that. And then this newest one, it's more of a just straight black and silver. That's the theme on that, and you can check D4 Toys to look at that, or wherever you order toys, because that'll have like bluefin distribution and be available everywhere as well. But it comes with all those additional pieces like the wings, the sword, etc., and of course black wings, so you can form final Dancouga even. But yeah, but for a knockoff, really good quality. There are paint differences and things like that. But it's weird. Like, there are parts that are more shoddily constructed, like the way the wing booster attaches and whatnot, the detail in the faces. But then there are things like the Cougar and Liger that are just infinitely better. There are the die-cast pieces and stuff like that. So honestly, I'm going to say straight out, just for the sake of honesty, the pros outweigh the cons on the knockoff, the Beast combination. So is it a worthwhile purchase, especially with the secondary price on the original? I'd say heck yeah. You can get a really good Sentinel Metamor-Force Dancouga experience for literally a fraction of the cost. But anyway, this has been another Cougar Style review. Thank you guys all very much for your support. Let me know what you think of this guy in the comments. Did you buy it? What do you think? Do you have the original as well? What do you think of it in comparison? Was I fair in these points that I made here? Is my dog gonna stop sneezing? Let me know. But look forward to your comments. And again, with everything going on in the world right now, hopefully everybody's staying clean, staying safe, isolating when they need to, etc. Anyway, I'll see you next review.